Hey, this is Brett with Overland Expedition Specialist. I've got a 2010 JK with the 6-speed. I had popping out of first gear from the very beginning. I bought this thing with 5,000 miles on it, and I think that's probably why the guy traded it in. I've tried a little bit of everything. Tried aftermarket boot, this leather one, and it's working pretty well, but then I was having problems with the lower one, and I cut one of those off, or made it notches in it to try to relieve the stress from it. That didn't work. You just end up with a lot of hot air coming up. So I put a new rubber boot back on. I took the leather outer boot and I went ahead and notched the fabric and then just sewed some straps so that I get more freedom up here. Because I think what was really happening was the lower rubber boot and the upper rubber boot were fighting against each other, and so I relieved some of that stress. But what ended up completely curing my first gear problem was on your transmission, you've got your transmission mount bolted to your cross member. You got a little bit of play available with that. I had replaced my cross member, taken it apart, and I noticed then mine was popping out of reverse real bad. So what I did was park it on a hill, loosen up the transmission mount part of that attaches to the cross member, and then let the gravity pull it towards. I needed it to go forward. First gear people are going to need it to go back, so you'll want to adjust your heel wherever you're proportioning, and just let gravity pull it back towards center, and then tighten up your transmission mount. And for me, that has been the final cure, and probably I could have just done that from the very beginning. So anybody that's been having problems with it popping out of gear, try that first, because all it takes is loosening 2 bolts, put it on a incline or decline, whichever way you're going to need, and then tighten them back up and see if that'll work for you. Thanks. So this is where I was talking about, you've got your transmission mount underneath there, and you've got these 2 slots which have a little bit of adjustment capability to them. Take your wrench, loosen the nut up a little bit, and then go park on an incline or decline, whichever way you need to go, and then tighten the bolts back up on the incline or decline. See if it fixed your shift. If not, loosen them back up, go to a lower setup, and then it's free. Takes a little bit of time, but it's a free thing to try versus buying replacement boots over and over again. Hope that helps. Thanks.